Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great today. In today's lesson, we're going to look at how to create synonyms. Yes, you heard that right, synonyms. So what are synonyms, or what is a synonym? A synonym is a database object, okay, which can be created to give an alternative name to a table or other database object. For instance, if you have a table called employees and you want to nickname that table, or you want to give an alternative name to that table, you create what is known as a synonym. Okay, so there are basically two types of synonyms. We have what is known as private synonym and then public synonym. If you own an object, if you own a schema, you can create a private synonym. However, to create a public synonym, you need to have the create public synonym privilege, which your database administrator has to assign to you. Okay, so let's go quickly into the practicals. Okay, so the syntax is very simple. Create synonym EM for employees. All I'm trying to say is create this alternative name for the table employees. So if I execute this query, let's see what happens. You can see synonym EM created. So I can now deal with this name as though I am dealing with employees table. Okay, so I can write the query, select all from EM. And I have my data. Okay, this is the alternative name for the table employees. Now, this is not the real reason why we actually create synonyms. I'm going to tell you why we actually do that. Now, because I own the schema, let's assume, because the HRO owner owns the schema, owns the database object, he can actually select directly from the table, okay, without actually using the synonym. If I execute this query, you can see I have the same result. But what if there are other users? What if there are other database users, okay, that want to access this same table? Will they be able to select everything from employees just like that? Now, for this lesson, I'm logged in as both the HRO user and the sysdba, okay? So let me run the same query. This is the login page for the sysdba. Let me run the same query. Select all from employees. Now, if I execute this query, you discover that I faced an error. And the error says table or view does not exist, which is really true because I don't own the table. The table does not exist in my schema, in the sys schema. It actually exists in the HRO schema. So if I want to access this table, I must prefix it with the schema name. So if I execute this query now, you'll see that we have the same output. Why? Because I prefixed the table name with the schema name. Now, for us to avoid this for all other database users, the owner of the schema has to create a public synonym. And to do that, he must have the create public synonym privilege. Okay, so let's see what the syntax looks like to create public synonym. Okay, so this is the syntax to create a public synonym. It says create public synonym emps, which is the synonym name for HRO.employees. Now, if I execute this query, I'm going to face an error. What's the error? Insufficient privileges. And it says an attempt was made to perform a database operation without the necessary privileges. Ask your database administrator or designated security administrator to grant you the necessary privileges. So because the HRO user does not have the necessary privilege to create this public synonym, he is unable to do that. But let's see if we can grant this privilege to the HRO user, although this is supposed to be another topic that will be covered much more later under database security. But let's just see if we can actually grant this privilege to HRO user. So I'm on the SysDBA login page. Let me see. Grant create public synonym to HR. Let's see how it goes. Grant succeeded. So HRO user now has the right to create a public synonym. Okay, well, like I said, this is a topic under database security that will be covered much more later. Okay, but for the purpose of this lecture, I'm just doing this illustration. So I'm going to execute this query again and let's see what happens. As the HRO user, I'm executing this query. You can see synonym EMS created. Now let me come back again as the sys user and select all from EMS. Wow, you can see we have our output. So I'm actually selecting from the employees table using the synonym EMS because the HRO user has created a public synonym. So every other database user can actually select from the employees table by simply putting the name EMS. So you see how the synonym works. Okay, so I'm going to clean up. First things first, I'm going to drop all the synonyms I created. It's just for lecture purposes, so I'm going to drop all of them. First, I created synonym M. So drop synonym M. Synonym dropped, and then I'm going to drop the next one. Now, you need to understand that for me to drop the public synonym, I cannot just drop it because I may not have the necessary privilege to do that. So again, the database administrator needs to assign such privilege to me. So let's see if we can do that again. Grant drop public synonym to HRO. Grant succeeded. So let's drop this synonym now, public synonym. Okay, so the synonym has been dropped. Okay, so I'm going to revoke the two privileges I just assigned to the HRO user, okay, which is create public synonym and drop public synonym. So for that, I'll execute the query as the sys user, as the sysdba, revoke create public synonym from HR. Revoke succeeded, and then the other one is drop public synonym from HR. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and share it widely. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you in my next video with another interesting topic. Bye for now.